Thank you for joining our webinar session for today. So today, the School of Civil Engineering and Technology, Faculty of Civil Engineering and Technology, UniMAP, has invited our research fellow under the COE of WAREC. Okay, we have here today with us is Dr. Ahmad Syafiuddin. Before we begin, I would like to introduce a brief background of our speaker, our invited speaker. So Dr. Ahmad Syafiuddin is currently holding the position as Head of Institute of Research and Community Service, LPPM, from Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama, Surabaya, Indonesia. And he's a senior lecturer of Department of Public Health at University Nahdlatul Ulama, Surabaya. And he's currently holding a research fellowship with UniMAP under COE of WAREC. And he's a member of Applied Microbiology International, AMI, from United Kingdom. A bit on his qualification, he did his Bachelor of Science from Bogor Agricultural University, Indonesia, in Environmental Physics. And he pursued his Masters of Philosophy at UTM, Malaysia, in Environmental Engineering. And later he received his Ph.D. in Environmental Engineering, also from University Technology Malaysia in Johor Bahru. And his field of expertise is in computational life sciences, environmental toxicology and health, environmental chemistry, water resource management, and pollution control and remediation. He is recently listed as top 2% scientist researcher by the Elsevier, and he's currently holding a very important post in prominent journals, few journals, in Q1 journals until Q3 journals. He's the review editor for Frontiers in Microbiology, Q1 journal. He's also the academic editor for PLOS ONE, Q1 journal. He has been the guest editor for Environmental Quality Management Journal from Wiley, it's a Q3 journal. And he is also the guest editor for Biomass Conversion and Biorefinery, the journal from Springer, a Q2 journal. And he has a very long CV with me today, so I wouldn't be able to read the very long CV. I have full, how many pages? 16 pages of his CV. So without further ado, let me introduce myself. I am Associate Professor Dr. Farrah Aini, binti Dahalan. So without further ado, we invite Dr. Ahmad Syafiuddin to proceed with his sharing on the title of would you like your share slide? Would you share your slide, Doctor?
Okay.
Project it now. So this title will be on the use of simple and low-cost water treatment for providing clean water for community, a case study of traditional Pesantren. Please welcome Dr. Ahmad.
Yep. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Farrah. You can see my presentation, Dr. Farrah? This clear? Is it clear, Dr. Farrah?
Yes, very clear.
Okay.
Okay, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you very much.
We are given 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for Dr. Farrah, Associate Professor Dr. Farrah, and colleagues from UniMAP, and also for other universities involving in this discussion. Today, I'm going to share you our history, our experience during in UNUSA, particularly how we provide clean water for community by using simple and low-cost water treatment. This is several cases. We focus on pesantren, and for the next, we will answer why the pesantrens. And I'm Ahmad Syafiuddin. I'm from UNUSA and also associate researcher in WAREC, UniMAP. Let's we start my presentation. What is the pesantren or Pondok Pesantren? I think in Malaysia I'm very familiar with Pondok Pesantren because I see several people, Malaysian people, goes to Indonesia to several pesantren, particularly in East Java. Pesantren is Islamic boarding school in Indonesia. They consist of, there is pondok, there is mus, and there is santri. Santri is a student, Islamic student. And focus on the pesantren is to learn religious philosophies, particularly Islamic philosophy. And also, commonly pesantren is commonly known as traditional Javanese pondokan. And the term of pesantren is commonly derived from the root word santri or santrian or the place of santri. This is our focus. Why? What is the pesantren and why the pesantren? This is the figure is top province having number of pesantren in Indonesia. And for East Java is Jawa Timur, more than 4,000 pesantren in East Java, and the third province having a big number of pesantren in Indonesia. And also there is interesting history. Indonesia proclamation of independence on 17 August 45, 78 years ago, but pesantrens available established in Indonesia. This is 10 pondok pesantren in Indonesia, for example. There's established more than 500 years ago. This is a very, it's mean that pesantren is a very crucial, not only to learn religious philosophies in terms of Islam, but this is the very crucial is education system established before the Indonesian proclamation in independence. And this is the profile of pesantren Indonesia. In Indonesia, there are three types of pesantren. This first is traditional, modern, and mixed between traditional and modern. And from this figure, we can see almost half of pesantren in Indonesia is type of traditional pesantren. And for traditional pesantren, there are much problems because they run with very traditional. And for this discussion, we focus only on the perspective on water use or water management in traditional pesantren. Compare with modern, relatively modern in the use of water, building, and also. And we then focus on traditional pesantren. And this is the figure how pesantren, how santri do daily activity by using unclean water. This is wastewater directly used for daily activities for santri, for bathing, washing, or other activities. And this is the second figure. This is the figure of traditional pesantren. They use river water without treatment to do daily activity. The same, the washing, bathing, and etc. And because of this, we are very familiar in Indonesia, in pesantren, a lot of disease related with water, unclean water. For example, scabies, diarrhea, and also is very crucial lot of ERI, acute respiratory infection. And because unclean water, a lot of microorganisms, viruses, for example, we don't know in the future, it is a very potential to be happen as new disease. I don't know, we don't know. Because it's a very complex microorganism and directly used for some tree to do daily activities. And this is why quite possible in the future. There are new disease related with water pollution. And we try to search in Google Scholar what has been done in Indonesia. And by typing keyword poor sanitation, this is the example in Indonesia, poor sanitation and disease, and we found more than 2,000, almost 3,000 scientific papers or research have been done in Indonesia. But this problem, this situation is still happen in Indonesia. So what's the problem actually? So because of this, UNUSA then has the commitment, and this is in line with our vision and mission of UNUSA, also with SDGs 6, clean water and sanitation, we have the commitment to introduce pesantren bersemi. Bersemi means bersih, clean, is sehat, health. Me is mandiri, it's mean do water management, water treatment by ourselves. So it's mean mandiri. So this handled by our center. We have just launched research center for environmental health of Pesantren UNUSA, and this center will focus how to provide knowledge, how to provide technology, how we can do community services, focusing on pesantren, particularly on related environmental health, water management, waste management, and other related environmental issues in pesantren. This is our focus of our research center. And this is common problems in traditional pesantren. 3 common problems. First, they have lack of knowledge regarding what the importance of clean water for public health. Because in pesantren, they do a lot of knowledge about Quran or Islamic philosophies. But in terms of environment, in terms of science, it is still lack. Particularly for water management, particularly how the important clean water for public health, they have a lack of knowledge. And what's the solution? The solution is providing training. This is our commitment regarding how we can train a santri or pondok pesantren, what the importance of clean water for public health. And the second common problem for pesantren is they have a lack of knowledge and awareness about how the importance of good infrastructure sanitation for public health. Of course, the basic problem is because they have no money. Because santri study in pesantren for free. This is common problem, common situation in the traditional pesantren. So for this, the solution is build good infrastructure sanitation. This can be handled. This can be initiated by university incorporating with a government, for example, or industry by CSR funding, for example. This is our this is very interesting that can be done by university. And the third problem is lack of knowledge regarding water treatment. And this is the big challenge because they have no money, they have no knowledge in terms of water treatment. So the solution is we must introduce simple and low-cost water treatment. Why must simple and low-cost water treatment? This is the reason. For traditional pesantren, we cannot propose expensive and complicated treatment. Why expensive? Then they have no money. Why not complicated water treatment? Because it needs a trained operator to do complicated water treatment. So from this, which one is the best option? Membrane reverse osmosis? No, 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 no. It's very expensive. It's a very complicated procedure. Ion exchange process? No, no, it's a very also complicated. So from this, we can propose simple and low-cost water treatment. Starting from what? This is our project during my PhD in UTM. We propose activated carbon from coconut shell or palm oil shell. And from this, okay, implementing adsorption by using activated carbon. This is the option. And this is this option, solution filtration. This is the information in the Center for Disease Control Prevention, US, and they give information about the effectiveness of solution filtration. To remove bacteria, for example, this is also simple. This is also can be done, can be designed, can be installed by using local production. And this is it has long life, more than 10 years, with no kind of expensive. This is the design of sensor filtration. For example, this is raw water and design using layer by layer, gravel, charcoal, or activated carbon, or biochar, depending on the type of water that can be treated. And for example, sand and also gravel. And after that, we can use the filter as low-cost treatment for treated and clean water for providing clean water for pesantren. And we start with case one. This is case one what we have done in Pondok Pesantren Ad-Duriyah. This is the location. It's mean around 3 hours by car from Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Surabaya. It is located in Madura Island, 100 something kilometers. And this is the example untreated water that had been used by the pesantren. This is example of groundwater. From this figure, we can see turbidity is very high, I think. And this is not only non-potable uses by pesantren, by santri, but they drink this untreated water. It is a very big problem, not only in terms of sanitation, but they drink untreated water, and it is a very crucial in terms of disease will be happen in the future. So from this, this is our project. Is funded by our ministry, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, 2021. This is the design of simple and low-cost treatment by using this is the tank first we pump groundwater into sedimentation tank and go upflow, and after that goes to filtration tank. For this tank, we use local sand from the river. You can see, you can use local sand. After that, this is the water will be underground tank, and after that we pump to the main filter. Main filter is this filter filled by silica sand, and this filter continued by filled by activated carbon in this filter, and the water will go to the distribution tank. This is the figure of the distribution tank, and after that the treated water can be used for example, for sanitation, bathing, washing, and etc. And this is the performance of the system. This is the parameter compared with the standard for sanitation and standard for drinking water. And TDS before the treatment more than 500, after the treatment is 370, and this is below standard for sanitation, and of course with standard below standard for drinking water. And this is the comparison between our treated water with Evian. Evian is water available in the market, and I think TDS of Evian 357 and pH 7.2, and our treated water TDS 370 and pH 7. This is comparable. Our treated very simple, but providing a clean water comparable with Evian. And this is the important information about dissolved oxygen in our treated water. Research by Mahfoud Saidi 2020, they do research comparison about dissolved oxygen in 20 commercial mineral waters, and the maximum DO is 8 milligram per liter. And our treated water is dissolved oxygen is 9.4 milligram per liter. So it means our treated water pH neutral and high dissolved oxygen concentration by using a very simple and low cost treatment. And this is the case too, very challenging, because this pesantren use wastewater without treatment and directly use. This is the example. I don't know. It's very complicated. Santri do daily activity, washing, bathing, and other activities. There, it's a very big challenge. And this is funded by IAIN Pamekasan, Madura, the budget, this the information of the budget. And this is the installation, and this is the performance of the system. We install the same concept with the case one, and this is the figure before and after treatment. Before very dirty, and I think, and this is very clean after the treatment. And for the case 3 at Pesantren Hidayatun Najah, this is Pesantren Hidayatun Najah profile, and santri use river water, surface water, river, without treatment, washing, bathing, and other etc. You know that at the upstream, people do poop at the river. At the downstream, santri use water directly for bathing, washing. It is also a big challenge for the pesantren. This is the pesantren, and this is the river near of the pesantren. So daily activity, they use river water without treatment. The complex is the upstream, people do several activity, poop, other activities, but the downstream, the river is used by Pesantren to bathing, to washing, etc. And this is the design and installation. This is also funded by Pelindo. This is the figure of we pump water from the river. This is the design, and the water goes to a column filter pre-treatment by using local sand, the same, and then the water goes to sedimentation tank underground. This is the figure underground tank, and the water pumped to filter one, filled by silica sand, activated carbon second continuously, and goes to the distribution tank. And from this distribution tank, we use the treated water for washing, bathing, and other daily activities for non-potable uses. And this is the figure before and after installation. This is after installation. This is the distribution tank. This is our system, and this is the piping of pump water from the river. And also we build a proper bedroom for santri. This is after a distribution tank, distributed water to bedroom, and this is our proper bedroom for santri. And this is the comparison between before renovation, after renovation. You can imagine this is traditional pesantren, bathing here, washing there, bathing there, without untreated water and with improper infrastructure sanitation. This is a big challenge in traditional pesantren. So this is the performance in terms of turbidity. This is before treatment, and this is the after treatment, and this is good compared with standard for sanitization and standard drinking sanitation. 0.5 in terms of turbidity. And another interesting is how we can estimate, how we can evaluate in terms of economic performance for our system installed in pesantren. Because if this system is expensive, pesantren don't want to install this system also in terms of maintenance, future maintenance, operation, and also. So from this, we estimate the economic performance of our system by measuring, by estimating net present value, return on investment, benefit cost ratio, and payback period. Payback period means when period the the benefit is the benefit cost ratio more than 1. So from this we can estimate, oh, this is the best, this is low cost, or this is not low cost system for installation in pesantren. By using the economic performance, this is the result of economic performance in terms of net present value, in terms of benefit cost ratio, in terms of return on investment, and in terms of payback period. Water tariff Indonesia for community range from 1,000 something to 9,000 something. For Malaysian ringgit 0.3 to ringgit Malaysia, 3 ringgit Malaysia, depending on what you use. For industry is very different. This is only for community uses, and this system is simulated for the period of 10 years with interesting rate 5.75%, with electricity tariff in Indonesia 1,400 something per kilowatt, and this is the result. And from this return on investment, return on investment is a very interesting if water tariff is applied with, this is minimum water tariff, is 2,700 per meter cubic. And if we apply this, the NBV is 147 million rupiah, with the payback period will be after 9 years. This is very interesting. What is the minimum water tariff to be applied? And from this range is very interesting, 2,700 water tariff, and this is interesting to be installed in Pondok Pesantren. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully, let's work together to realize a sustainable city or nation. Thank you very much, Dr. Farrah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Syafiuddin, for the very interesting presentation. Interesting in terms of we in Malaysia, we are not familiar with pesantren, and we do have pondok here, but we are not. Our pondok are quite. Some are traditional, some are modern, but the traditional one, we could say that it is quite well equipped with water resource.
Okay.
At least at our minimal level.
Okay.
Only that it is very interesting looking at how your team has able to cater and provide solution for the pesantren. So it is an outstanding work. I see that in terms of your contribution to the community of pesantren. But only that I think there is a big challenge for your team to cater, because there are too many pesantren in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Even I think in Jawa Timur also, you couldn't cater for all of the pesantren, only the chosen one.
Yeah.
I have one question here.
Okay.
Your challenge on that, and also we must have the sense of urgency to help this pesantren to have a good sanitation and also good water resources for them, right? Because there is the crucial needs for ibadah. For drinking, and also of course for taking air wudu.
Yeah, correct.
So does the government of Indonesia have any plan to control the use of the water usage, especially in sanitation, like maybe creating awareness to the pesantren citizen? Because I think that awareness is the most challenging part for that. Could you share a little bit on the side of the government?
Yeah. Actually, I think there is government also concerned about this. But when they will start to do that, I don't know. But this is why, for example, okay, maybe our university must start. For example, in 2021, we applied to our ministry about we want to install. We make proposal. We want to install in term of to the in pesantren, and they give a funding to that. But it is not enough actually. Just one. We have more than 7 in East Java. More than 5,000. It's a big challenge. This is why from the last year, our university has started in collaboration with industry. For example, by using CSR, because industry has CSR. If just with the government, I think it's very challenges. But in collaboration between a government, university and industry by using industry providing CSR as funding, and government also is funding actually. So every university can do that. Maybe I don't know what time. Yeah. Our research center has planned to do 1 year one pesantren. So it's me need for for 4,000. Yeah, more than I don't know. So in term, I try to for our government. I think they have a plan, but I don't know what when they will start to do that. In terms of controlling the use of sanitation, actually, yeah, like Malaysia, Indonesia has a water standard for sanitation and water standard for drinking water. But the problem when this policy will be applied for pesantren is very hard, because one problem in traditional pesantren in terms of behavior. When first I come to the pesantren, we want to training about the use of clean water, about the important clean water for community. No, they don't want.
I see.
Yeah, because for example, they have like stereotype. If we diarrhea, if we scabies, it is what we call in Indonesia berkah in pesantren. This is a big stereotype in pesantren. So it's mean when we introduce, oh, this is important, clean water, very important, because diarrhea and other disease because of related water problems, water pollution. They don't. No. It's
They cannot
yes,
accept that, yeah.
yes, they cannot accept that. So it's mean okay, but okay, introduce what one by one. After that, okay, they accept our proposal to make clean water for them, and then they will manage the system after training, after training, and then okay, they don't understand how to manage the system, and then how to operate the system. This is why before I start with no complicated, no complicated, no high cost, no expensive. Because if expensive, the system just install. After that, then they don't use the system because they don't have the money. And also with if complicated, they don't use the system because they have a lot of knowledge about the system. This is why I'm introduced. Okay, if you have local sand, we can use obtain from the river local sand. Just washing local sand, and then by gravity we use the filter. And then if you have no money to pay activated carbon, you can use a biochar, for example. This is the option. So after that, okay, pesantren accepted our proposal, and now already 3 pesantren have been installed in East Java. Probably, hopefully, our research center can install in half of number of traditional pesantren in East Java.
So it's a big problem and a big responsibility for your center to create the awareness and to change their mindset towards sanitation and towards the importance of using clean water to avoid any diseases.
Yes,
Because because managing the diseases is not easy, and I understand that in Indonesia, when you go to rumah sakit, the the doctor won't provide you the medicine, right? You have to buy outside from pharmacies outside. Is it right?
Yeah, same, I think.
So the medicine is not subsidized by the government.
Sometimes depends.
Sometimes
Yeah.
depends on the hospital. Is it?
Yes. For public hospital, I think there is a lot subsidized. But in not public hospital, I don't. Maybe not subsidized.
Yeah, because in Malaysia, let's say we go to the hospital and the medicine is provided by the hospital. Once we get consultation from the doctor.
Okay.
But only that in Indonesia you have to buy outside.
Oh.
After the consultation, right?
Okay.
So so I would like to open our session for a Q&A. Do you if anyone have any question want to ask Dr. Ahmad Syafiuddin, please feel free to ask. We have 81 person in this room right now.
Okay.
Mostly they are students, doctor. Some are third-year students, some are first-year students.
Okay.
So hopefully we could invite you to come to UniMAP physically.
In
the near future.
Dr. Farrah?
Yes, Dr. Fahmi.
Okay.
Welcome, Dr. Fahmi.
Thank you for this opportunity. Okay. It would be great to have the sharing session from Dr. Ahmad Syafiuddin. It's very useful for us here, especially to compare the system in Indonesia and in Malaysia maybe. So in this opportunity, I would like to have some point to be highlighted. The first one maybe more on the technical issue of the simple water treatment system. Okay. In your presentation, I see that not so clear in terms of what to say for this sand filtration. Do you have there the what is so-called backwash system?
Oh yeah, okay.
It's also simple. Maybe I have some more question. Maybe can you explain this one first, Dr. Ahmad? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So actually, we use two types of filtration. First is local sand by using gravity column, and water go down by using gravity, and then we put the water into groundwater tank. And after that, we use pump to pump water into backwash the filter. Yes, correct. Filter one filled by sand filtration, silica sand, and the second one we use activated carbon. Why we use silica? Actually, we want to remove pollution using silica sand, and then for the microbiology, we want to remove by using activated carbon. Actually, this is the reason why we use silica sand and why we use the activated carbon. And for the filter, yes, correct. This backwash, and it needs push from the pump to filter the water and then go down for the next filter. Different between the main filter with the filter by gravity in the first one.
Okay, actually, how long is the period for this backwash, Doctor?
Oh, okay. Actually, this is directly. When water go into the filter one, and then go down and then up and then go out for the second filter, and continuously. Okay. Not we running for 5 minutes. No. Just the continuous.
Yeah, continue. But at one time, the filter will come saturated, right? So how
Yeah.
you clean?
Oh, I
How
see.
long? How long the cleaning
Oh
period?
yeah, yes. For this problem, we install like a unit freezer. After that, then we use 3 bar, and if the bar is become less than 3 bar, so it's mean the filter become dirty. So must be clean. Yeah, sometime depending on the water, raw water, sometime 3 months, sometime 6 months, depending. Okay, indicator, depending on indicator.
Okay, I got the
My
point.
experience 3 months or 6 months to
Okay,
clean
thank you, Doctor.
the filter. Yeah.
All right, Doctor. And then about the activated carbon, also we have to regenerate, right? This one also needs some how long it take? The
Same.
same.
Yeah, same. Because sometimes is the bar okay less than 3 bar or is it problem? So it means we must clean silica sand, and the same time we must clean the activated carbon. We wash, and then put it again into the filter.
All
After
right.
it, yeah. So it means this is indicator bar, and also this is important to monitor the quality.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I have one more point actually that maybe more towards sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for this Pesantren community, we have to have like training also for the we can say like community who responsible for water supply here.
Okay.
For your information, yeah, I have a little bit experience in community water supply during the tsunami in Aceh.
Oh,
So,
okay.
actually, at that time, I'm working for UNICEF, providing safe water. The most challenging, actually, is for the community empowerment. Yeah, the awareness on the importance of clean and healthy water, something like that. Okay, I think that's all. And thanks very much for your sharing, Dr.
Yeah.
Ahmad.
Thank you, Dr. Fahmi. This is why I previously discussed with Dr. Farrah. Awareness is a very big challenge. when I first come to the pesantren, no, we don't need it because the area is berkah.
Yeah, it's hard to change that mindset. So
Yeah.
maybe in future, if you have any opportunity, Dr. Syafiuddin,
Mm-hmm.
you could invite any of us from our faculty or WAREC, or you maybe could invite Dr. Fahmi as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Fahmi is originally from Indonesia.
Oh,
So he is very familiar with water supply for rural community. So I think we are just in time, since that we don't have any question in the chat box, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are done with our webinar session.
Okay.
On behalf of the faculty members and also WAREC, I would like to express our appreciation to you for spending time with us and sharing your knowledge and experience on water usage in Pesantren. So hopefully we could work together in future, and we could refer you if we need some advice or any consultation on the management of rural water usage. So this is a very important sharing for us as well, because in Malaysia we are blessed with water resources, and we have I could say that we have plenty of fresh water and clean water compared to Indonesia. So as Malaysian, I feel that I am very grateful for what we have, especially on the management of water resources in Malaysia. And I hope that in Indonesia, the water usage, water supply and sanitation could be improved more in future with the collaboration and with the knowledge of the universities. So hopefully everything will go well for your research center, Doctor.
Yeah. Hopefully we have collaboration about that. Yeah.
So with that, I would like to thank you again for your time and have a nice day, Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Farrah,
Mm.
Dr. Fahmi, and college from UniMAP and other university involving in this discussion. Hopefully, for the next, we can meet physically in UniMAP or in Indonesia, in Surabaya.
Yeah, inshallah.